sky like a bird in flight, and who will be her lover? All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Will you ever win?
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. We're gonna work bugs again. We're gonna put a saddle on her today. This is gonna be her first saddling. I don't think she'll be that bad, but we'll see. Ready, Buggy? You've done a lot of work to prepare for this. So first off, I'm gonna lunge her around a bit and then we'll get to work with the saddle. I don't think that I will work her too long today, so hopefully she's good. If she's good, then we won't. Okay, so to start, I am just working on very easy things that Bugs already knows, just to get her mind working, just to get her paying attention to me, etc. So I'm just lunging her around, walk, trot, very lightly, very softly, and she was being very, very well behaved. She did not really want to stop super well today, but she always did come to a stop, and so a couple times you'll see me kind of correct her and ask a little more firmly for a stop, but that's why. She was hesitant to stop there again, but she did stop, so I'll give her a release for that. So that's pretty much all for our little warm-up. She was really, really good, so I didn't want to push it. And I don't lope her on this small of a lead rope because it's just too small of a circle. This is a good sign. Let's get to it. I'm going to get my saddle, but let's see if she wants to look at it first over here. Do you see that? No, she's like, I love a curious horse, so if she wants to check things out, I'm all for it. But she's not too concerned. So first of all, I'm just gonna get her used to the saddle pad. I have actually worked with her with saddle pads before, which is why I don't do a lot with it today. But I do want to make sure that I'm doing everything on both sides. Like I said, she has seen a saddle pad before. She's had one on her. She didn't care the first time either, but probably because she also wears a blanket, so she's really used to having kind of that sort of thing on her. And you also just ask her to walk around, because a lot of the time a horse can freeze up and handle something in a standstill, but when they actually go forward and they're in movement, it's a different story. But she was really good, and I decided to put the saddle on her for the first time without a pad, just because it's less going on. And I did it on the other side as well, but she actually backed up and I was out of frame, so I just cut that out because you couldn't see it anyways. But anyways, so I just put the pad back on her, and I do throw the saddle on as well. And she was really, really good for this. Like, she was getting bored, so I didn't really want to take too long on it, because I didn't want her to get super bored and dull and then do something because she's so bored. But she was really, really good. Again, I'm just getting her to take a few steps just so that she feels that in motion, and to make sure that she's not just frozen and anxious. Wiggle it around a bit. I'm trying not, like, it's important not to tiptoe around them when doing this type of thing, because you don't want to cause your horse to only accept the saddle when you lightly place it on their back and, you know, are very, very gentle with it. Although you also don't want to be extremely, you know, you don't want to slam it down on their back either. So I fast forwarded it here because I was trying to figure out her cinch size that she needed. I did have to adjust it on the other side, so that's what I was doing there. And she was a really good girl, just waiting. She really didn't mind it until I did do up the cinch, which I knew she wouldn't like, because she didn't really like my, well, it took her a while to get used to the ropes that I was using for cinch pressure as well, so it was expected that she would not like it. So right here, she turns her head back away. I tell her, don't do that, and she decides she wants to go have a little bronc fit, which is fine. And normally I would say never do backup steps when you're lunging your horse or anything, but in this case I did a couple, but just to get safely out of the way. I love how fastly she stopped, how quickly she stopped her fit and really came back to me, and you can see she's listening with her ears. And she goes forward and she's pretty much fine. So I was really impressed. I knew that she would do something because she's just that kind of a horse, but I was really impressed with how fast she came out of it and came back to me and relaxed. Look at that. Like, her first time with the saddle, it's been literally less than a minute. So I finished doing up my cinch. I had made sure that it was safely done up before I started tightening it, so that if that did happen, that there was no hang up, nothing getting tangled. So I did just go back and finish doing it up and then ask her to move out again. As you can see, she's very calm, like she's completely stopped paying attention to the saddle, which I credit to all of the work I did getting her ready for this, with the cinch pressure, with the working with the pad, etc., and also working a lot on coming back to me and relaxing in work. And you can see that she really does come back to you when you tell her to calm down, and she realizes that everything's okay. She did get a little bit worried there, but she comes out of it really fast. Here she is, just at a really nice relaxed walk. She's kind of getting a little bit distracted, but for the most part, she was being pretty good. You can see she didn't really want to stop there. I had to ask her a second time. If you ever have to ask a second time for something, make sure that it is more firm than the first time you asked, so that you are actually making them do it instead of just annoying them. We had to stop mid-first saddling to visit the kitty cat, of course. Bucky, look at it. Hi. Hi, girl. Hi. Pretty girl, look what you have over here. A little kitty. So I've just put the longer lunge line on her just so I can get a lope out of her each direction. I really wanted to see her lope with the saddle on to make sure that that wasn't going to be a problem or anything, and that she was comfortable in all three gaits. Having a really cute little trot there. She really does look good with the saddle on. She looks very ready to go hit the barrel pen. No, that was a cute turnaround, but she decided to be a little sassy there. She has a lot of attitude, so it's just kind of something we have to deal with on a daily basis, but I honestly love it, so it's okay with me. This is her bad direction, or I'm not going to say bad, I'm going to say her weaker direction to lope to pick up her correct lead. But I just keep asking, just keep being consistent and firm, and wait until she gives the right answer. It's very hard, especially on a circle, a smaller circle. And there, she got the correct lead. And then I want to make sure that I ask her to trot before she breaks down by herself into a trot. Another cute little turnaround there. She got a little humpy, but she didn't. She decided not to buck. Just ask her to pick up that lead again, and she does quite easily. This is her stronger lead. Now watch when I ask her to stop. That cat just ran past, and she didn't stop, but I didn't see the cat, so I did get quite mad at her there. Well, not overly mad. But I was disappointed that I had to ask her for another stop, because I wanted her to be able to be done. But I think that she did that more so because she was scared of the cat right there running by, which I get. And I understand more than just, I had thought she just ignored me. But she did stop there. Not amazingly, but better for sure. So I basically called it a day after that. I was super impressed with her, and I just want to make a note to you guys. I left her and I gave her a few days off after this just to let everything sink in. But the next time I put a saddle on her, she totally moved out like nothing and was great having it put on. Didn't buck, didn't do anything like was very comfortable, so I was really impressed with her. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, maybe a comment. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so. And I will see you guys in my next video.
Nice.